All right, we're coming to you live
on Saturday night.
Hey, we lost everything.
It's a Monday morning.
This is not previously recorded. This is live. Whoa, we just saw your feed. You guys, it's crazy.
Oh my God, you guys are wearing the same shirts. It's like you guys just recorded this after the Game of Thrones episode.
Oh my God, it's like you did. Hey man, you got to double up. I ain't about that life. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's what we think. We throw trash out of here.
Why are you here then? Ooh, that's why Nick hasn't been on an episode in months.
Oh, we took the trash out weeks ago.
Omega level.
Omega level. Man, how you doing, Steve? What's up, man? How was your weekend?
It was fine.
Oh, you got an answer this time. Wigoo! Man, I'm feeling good. I'm alive, kicking. I'm above the earth. Yeah,
there's not much room to kick under here. Give us money, so we need a better desk.
We need
I need some goddamn legroom.
We're starting a Patreon, and we need money. We need it fast. Oh man!
So in this season of Always Sunny,
we're gonna go ahead and delve into the relationship of Mac and his father. It's icy.
It's the same as it's always been.
It's always been. He hates.
It's bad.
It's not because he's gay. It's a Mac thing. Okay,
exactly.
It's a Mac thing.
They said that when he finally came out. Like, I still hate him. It's not because he's gay. He's Mac.
It's a Mac thing. Everyone was in agreement. Like, yeah. Man, this should be a pretty good episode. We got to see Detective Pikachu this past weekend.
Mm-hmm. We got an early premiere. They invited us to the red carpet. Ryan Reynolds is awesome.
Dude, seriously, got to meet and talk to him and everybody in the cast. That was great.
Got to talk to CGI Pikachu.
He's a good
was
dancer.
Nice.
Man, seriously. Excellent dancer. Seriously. This blew me away going to that red carpet, man. I felt great. Man, I felt like I was a star.
I had my first cup of champagne. I was not impressed.
Not impressed. Wait, that's your first time having champagne?
Yeah.
Wow.
I've actually had one sip. It's like soda beer in its ass.
You can tell Steven has never been invited to a New Year's party. And I'm sorry for that, buddy.
I've never been invited to a party. I just show up.
My heart goes out to you, fam. My heart goes out.
Never even had a birthday party because no one loves me.
You're also Jehovah's Witness, so I mean you can't celebrate birthdays. So it's not allowed. Man, but that Detective Pikachu, and we're gonna close out this awesome arc, The Witching Hour. Man, woo!
Which is Justice League Dark issue 4, Wonder Woman 57, and then Justice League Dark and Wonder Woman.
Yes, which I accidentally started reading first when we did all this. So
when I first told him to read Wonder Woman and Justice League Dark instead,
I was like, "Yeah, man, I got you, Justice League Dark and Wonder
That's
Woman."
honestly on DC. That's on you. You're fucking up.
Yeah, like, come on, you couldn't have gave it a better title. Yeah. You could literally just called it The Witching Hour Finale.
Yes,
that's all it needed.
Or
to be called.
You could have just done the decent thing and just fucking ended it in goddamn Justice League Dark.
True. Had that be issue 6.
You fucking bitches.
Or issue 5. That could have been issue 5.
Bitches.
Okay. Yeah, but this leads up to the story that will be unfolding in the Justice League Dark, so that's going to be nice.
Excuses.
Wow.
All right, so let's get a tally from the crowd. What do you want us to talk about first? Pikachu or Justice League?
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. I could carry the 6, divide by 2. God, I can't make out the numbers. I'm not good at math.
I think that's a Pikachu.
That's Pikachu. Right. Okay.
So, what I didn't know until I saw a comment, which I guess I just missed this piece of the dialogue in there. I guess this movie ties into the very first Pokemon movie.
They did say 20 years ago when Mewtwo was escaped and hidden, which is pretty cool that they tied it back to that animated film,
And he's not a dick, apparently.
And he's not a dick. Mewtwo is not evil, and I love that.
Yeah.
That's awesome. They did showcase his powers.
Oh, for sure.
Man, for sure.
It starts off just like the Pokemon movie where he just breaks out of his little tank and just kills several people, we can assume.
There's a good chance that anyone in that room is dead. There's a good chance that explosion definitely killed at least the Dr. Laurel?
I don't know.
Started with an
I don't know any of the people's names in this movie. I only cared about the Pokemon.
That is very true, and unfortunately for me, and I believe you as well, it did kind of weigh down like your opinion of this movie, correct?
Yeah.
Like we kind of hyped it up to the point like, man, this is going to be a fun Pokemon movie.
This was entirely this was entirely my fault. I overhyped this movie.
The Pokemon
as someone that's not
good,
as someone that's not even a big Pokemon fan, I've not played all the games. And when I have played the games, I've certainly never caught all the Pokemon. I beat the Elite Four. I'm fucking done.
He's a chump. I'm
a chump.
I'm putting minimum 200 hours in each game. You know what I mean? That's just me. Minimum.
I don't believe you.
Well, I can go get my
You
cartridge.
did not play this more than The Witcher.
Dude, I'll go get you my Pokemon Sun and Moon.
Didn't they?
I have over 200 hours, like 240
Jesus.
on Pokemon Sun and
What,
Moon.
just sitting there?
Huh?
What, it's like as you put it down and then go to the bathroom?
No, I like train Pokemon to level 100, try to get Ivy trains and stuff like that.
See, no, I can't do that.
GTS and stuff
That's
like that.
too much grind for me.
See, that's as me growing up. I like these kind
I'm
of
a
games.
plebe.
That's that catch and release type thing. Grind your Pokemon, build the way that you want to do. I don't perfect train like most people do.
Man.
That's what helps with the GTS. I've gotten certain Pokemon traded to me with perfect Ivies, so I have to I do a little bit of a research and I train these Pokemon. I'm not that great on it. I don't go that in depth.
I'm not a
you know what I mean?
Pokemaniac.
But I do at least enjoy it to where I'm getting multiple teams that are level 100s to fight online. You know what I mean? Like I have a perfect Ivy Kangaskhan I got from trade. Got so lucky on that. I don't think it's a clone. It lets me use it, so I don't know if someone copied that. That's a thing now that people
He's
can
on
do.
a tangent now.
I just wanted to, I play Pokemon. I'm into that shit. Sword and Shield for Switch, 100% getting.
See, whereas like I watched this movie, I can name maybe 10 of them. I'm like, oh, there's a Snorlax, there's a Machamp, Pikachu, of course.
Yeah, but see, I don't have too many people to talk about this anymore.
I know
so, like,
Apalm's
the names.
I know Apalm now.
Yeah,
That's because they said it.
I'm sorry, but he would straight. They should have. I know it's Pokemon, so they won't show rated R
That
stuff.
Apalm
But he would
should have
have
ripped
people.
somebody apart.
Yes, 100% should have been started ripping people's faces off.
People would have died. Yeah, just like in real life with that lady that had her face ate by a gorilla or some sort of ape.
Yep.
That Apalm would have done that.
But like that. With that said, the Pokemon aspects were awesome. I was like, man, that's cool. I like
Yeah,
Bulbasaur, man, at the end, towards the end.
Bulbasaur's so
They're
cute.
so cute. I saw 5
Matt
of them.
will
I was
be
like,
so happy when he sees
I just
that.
want to roll around with them. Just let me
Matt
get
will
like.
be very happy when he
Is that
sees
his favorite?
scene. Bulbasaur's his favorite
Bulba?
Pokemon, yeah.
Oh, he'll like that.
Number 1 in the Pokedex, number 1 in his heart.
Number 1 in his heart. Is that a line he used?
I've seen people use that.
Okay.
It's like number 1 in Pokedex, number 1 in my heart. I'm like, nice.
Nice. That is
cute.
smooth. Pokemon aspects were awesome. Designs were cool. Ryan Reynolds was.
Designs were fantastic.
I thought it would be too comedic, like, oh, it's Deadpool. It's Ryan Reynolds gonna, as Pikachu. But it's now like that's the perfect voice for Pikachu. If he were to need a talk, there's something that ties into that for this movie.
Spoilers ahead of time. If you
haven't,
if you watch our podcast by now, we just most of the time we don't even give you a warning.
Yep. This was the first time, probably the past 3 episodes
So
that we
5,
haven't.
4, 3, 2, 1. What'd you think of Ryan Reynolds being at the end of the movie?
Being
the kid's dad.
Being the kid's dad with inside Pikachu. Unnecessary.
That was fucking
Unnecessary.
crazy.
Unnecessary. It was like crazy to be crazy. I don't know if
It
that's
was.
I don't know if that's some sort of lore
I was like,
in
I
the
guess
game.
Mewtwo's able of actually putting an entire human being.
I mean, he separated them. He clearly showed that power. So of course, leading up to that's not crazy.
Merging
But it's just
people,
unnecessary.
Like, shit got crazy. It was like,
Mewtwo was legit. He wasn't even in that. Just the very beginning and the very
they
end.
give you like 2 or 3 fake casts with like who Pikachu really is.
And
like-
who killed the dad and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And who's the bad guy,
I
like
can't
Harry.
remember the first thing. So like
Oh,
they
that's
thought
Harry Goodman.
we thought that Mewtwo just wiped Pikachu's memory for some reason. I can't remember the exact reason why we assumed that he did that. And later on, it was revealed that it actually was.
Probably because he knew that it was revealed obviously that he was showing why all humans aren't bad.
Yeah,
that was Harry.
Well, he didn't actually wipe his memory. It was just because a human being got put into a Pikachu.
So that memory was completely changed. He's like,
Yeah.
who is my?
That's
what is
why
my
apparently he's also just obsessed with coffee.
coffee, and why it's also there's the point of
Why
when he
he
says
can't
my
use his
life's work.
moves.
He doesn't remember anything, but when he's moving all that stuff around in Harry's apartment, he was saying my life's work.
Oh, I don't know. Okay.
So subconsciously, he knew who he was. He just couldn't make that big reveal. You know what I mean? The female news reporter, fucking God, so annoying, dude. Oh, my God.
When she
Especially
first
when-
showed up,
dude.
I was like, this is the most Disney Channel acting I've ever seen.
Oh, my God. The lines were just like, I can't even explain it. Like, if this was written in a comic, it probably would have been pretty cool. I know if that,
yeah.
I was like, oh, it's a badass chick. Like, that's some hard-ass lines. But in live action, it did not work for me. She was just saying, I get to the scoop, and when I get the scoop, like, I don't remember the lines, but dude, it was
pretty
rough.
cringy.
I was like, oh, this is getting bad. And I really like this actor. I'm blanking on his name. But he was in The Get Down, and I thought he was really good in that. But seeing him in this, I can't blame him. It could have been the director's fault. And I've actually seen a good bit of his movies, and I liked 3 of them. Is that the lead actor's name? Oh.
You said Jaden Smith.
Jaden. Oh, no. Jaden was fine. They just had played Jaden in the Get Out. But this guy was the lead in the Get Out, that Netflix series. It's really good. And it's not like he was amazing in that, but then seeing him in this, I was like, man, I don't know.
I think my
This
favorite
wasn't-
scene of the movie was just the beginning when he's trying to catch the Cubone.
Dude,
I
that's
was just
sad.
so happy that they actually, yes, it was
Mentioned
sad.
it, yes.
And he was like, wait, and you really pull off the wearing your dead relative look well. He just, I just like the whole thing. Also, yeah.
You recognize
we had
his
Ryan
friend?
Reynolds, yeah, the cab driver in Deadpool. It was the first person I recognized. I was like, oh shit, we got 2 people from Deadpool in this. He's like, why? Why do you think it'd be perfect fit for me? Because I'm lonely? Yes. I thought it was so cute and sad just seeing a Cubone just alone in the field, just crying his ass off. Just like, it's just so sad. And yeah, it's just like, you actually see the power of like a small little Cubone too, because he tries to throw it and it just breaks out. And just throws his bone out and just like a pretty decent explosion. It's just cheering. He's like, woohoo!
And just runs off, and I'm glad they made him look really small too, because Cubone is he's tiny, man. That was good. Pokemons were great. Pokemons. The Pokemon. The Pokemon were great. I love the shots of them flying around like it's their wildlife. You know, that's their wildlife is Pokemon.
I like when he
awesome.
first goes to the city and you see the traffic jam caused by a Snorlax.
And Machamp's just fucking, come on, let's go. I'm sorry, but later on when there was a Ditto fight that was altered to become greater than anything, it could transform into humans. I was like, how is that possible?
That was the biggest twist of this entire fucking movie. Is that fact that just Ditto just turns into people. I was like, what?
But then you see he's genetically altered. That's what he said. Yeah, that's his monster. Like the son said something to that effect. Where
Even
he was like,
then, though,
what is that?
If you would not be tricked.
Yeah, because
they look straight up fucking demonic.
Dude, as soon as they take the eyes off, you got those beady little eyes, dude. That's gonna haunt my dreams.
I was genuinely creeped out by that.
100% was like, man, put the sunglasses back on, dude. I can't do this. Oh god.
Also, that made sense why her hair was like slightly pink. I was like, okay.
In the glove, as soon as like, did you not notice her gloves the first time they showed her?
No,
were pink.
I didn't.
They had pink gloves. She had little pink gloves. I was like, fuck, that made it so obvious, and I didn't even think about it. But they try to do a little twist of like the dad was coming up, the leader of the CNM. The one that's trying to make the rhymes that made Rhyme City was trying to be like, my son is out to get me.
Is Rhyme City a real city?
I don't remember Rhyme City.
Okay.
I don't. It's not in Sun and Moon, and I don't know if it was in the. Oh my
like
God.
X and Y.
X and Y, but
black
I'm blanking.
and white.
No, we're blanking on one, and I feel so bad for doing it.
Diamond and Pearl.
No, I don't remember if Rhyme City. Correct me, down there. I'm like over here saying I play these Pokemon games, and I'm blanking on the cities.
200 hours, people.
God forbid if I don't remember cities after I'm grinding the last 150 hours are just fighting the same things over and over again.
I saw a good idea. It's like, what if every 2000th Blu-ray release of this, they put in a shiny Pikachu?
Fuck me, that'd be dope.
Be getting cells out the ass.
Oh, this is lame. Why is mine distorted?
I bet it would drive cells up.
Oh man, there's people out there.
It's the shiny.
I gotta catch the shiny. Oh man, that'd be gangster.
It's kind of bullshit that we didn't even get one shiny Pokemon.
I was about to say I didn't even catch one, and in one of the posters they actually showed a black Charizard too.
Did they?
They were supposed to yeah. Wow, I just realized that. I forgot to bring that up as a complaint. I was like, damn, they actually made it a point to show one in one of the pictures. But that could also have been Night. I love that battle. Charizard getting possessed by this sort of R made by them from Mewtwo, this chemical that this company's making to cause them to go into a wild state.
Yeah.
And that's what inevitably is going to lead them to being able to transfer their consciousness to them because they have to be 100 for reasons. It's it's comic book logic. I'm just kidding. But with that said, I enjoyed the movie.
I definitely did enjoy it. I just didn't enjoy it as much as I was fucking hoping to.
Yes, I was hoping it to just be a riot the whole time. And Ryan Reynolds was hilarious.
I will say, all the comedic points hit for me.
When he's screaming, he's like, "Someone help me! No one cares about you!" And it's like, no one can hear Pikachu, but he's just freaking out, and I love it. He's like,
he goes out into the street in his underwear.
God, yeah. He's like, "Can anyone hear him?" He's like, "I don't wear pants."
It's like, oh, Pika Pika.
I'm not modest like that. Pika Pika. He freaks out against
Pikachu cussing. That was pretty great.
Dude, yep. I didn't catch it, unfortunately.
Yeah,
maybe I'm just so desensitized.
Get me the hell out of here. And I'm pretty sure at one point he was talking deeply about his dad, who was actually talking about himself.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm pretty sure if your dad was around, he'd be damn proud of you. I thought at one point I heard shit, but I'm thinking at that point I just made it up. I'm just hoping. I'm hoping by the end of 2019 we'll hear him say fuck.
Pika fuck. Overall, though, I mean, you enjoyed it, right?
Yeah. Do you think his dad remembers actually using a Thunderbolt?
As Pikachu?
Yeah.
That's a good point. He also used Volt Tackle.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
He finally used the best move. And I'm glad that they brought that up. He's like, you stand no chance against Mewtwo. I was like, yes, thank God. Because I was like, that tackle, I mean, he'd probably get a good hit. Sure, Pokemon battles, whatever. But come on.
Pikachu from the anime is definitely overpowered as shit. Like,
True, but
he's got
Mewtwo
IVs,
is
EVs,
even
what the fuck
stronger
ever.
in that than he was would be
for
in
sure.
because Mewtwo can be beaten now, and in
Mewtwo
games.
is OP. Like even in the original movie, he was like when he's just rocking his little wine glass, he's causing like
He has the
basically like tidal waves.
Yes, and he has the ability to talk to you.
Yeah.
So that alone, that psychic connection is like fuck me, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
Glad I like the designs. Like I said, most of them look pretty traditional. I didn't care for that glimpse of Snorlax. They made him really furry. I don't know.
Yeah, he's supposed to be furry.
I know, but I like the flat skin.
See,
I don't know.
Well,
Because Psyduck didn't look unnecessary nasty. You know what I mean? Same thing with Pikachu. Like when he was
Psyduck
wet.
still looks weird.
Fucking, they were like, I love how they kept making that joke.
The girl
Don't get ahead,
reporter,
buddy.
she looks like. It looks like they took her design straight out of like Pokemon Go, like one of those female trainers. Charizard looked not as scaly as I thought he would.
He looked good though.
He did look good. He looked like slightly darker than I thought he would. I thought he'd be like a bright orange, but he looked
more red.
Dark, yeah. Also, whoever his trainer was seems like a crazy person.
Fuck, yeah. Well, in love with his Charizard, that's for sure.
And his
coat.
cheating.
And his coat.
Also, like, he just gives the Charizard like a sniff this shit. Like, no one sees that cloud?
Yeah, no one sees this dark-ass cloud real quick? Like, hold up.
Also, yeah, the main character breathes a lot of that shit in. Like, he's got cancer.
Yeah.
He has to.
I don't know what, but I don't know if, that begs the question.
What did you think of the main character?
As
his performance and everything?
That's what I was saying. I was very underwhelmed.
Yeah, it was just kind of just like, well.
I will say this, though, that he did deliver. I don't know if it was due to the directing or the writing itself, but it felt like his dialogue was natural. Like, he stuttered a little bit and, like didn't say that typical Hollywood type talk. Yeah. You know what I mean? It felt like very real. Felt very real, especially with some of Ryan Reynolds'
Maybe that's why I
too.
didn't become attached to him.
There's a good chance he felt too mundane.
He
felt too ordinary.
ordinary.
Yeah, he just feel ordinary. The world looked good.
The world looked really good.
Love the big reveal of the fucking Torteras.
Oh,
fuck me!
That shit was crazy.
That can end the world right there.
Yes, absolutely.
I mean,
like, I don't know how nobody has felt that.
Yes, because they find this lab.
That's some great like seismic activity.
Yep, and they go right back to normal. They're just like, nope, we're done. Yeah. Just get off us. That's all we care about.
Like, all right, stretch out.
Because Psyduck's super blast when they're running away from the grenade. Because they found that lab. I thought that was cool.
I need to get stressed.
They found that lab.
Psyduck!
They show some of the studies. I thought that was cool. Like Greninjas, they're getting enhanced strength, Torteras, growth development, stuff like that. They're seeing these fucked up things that you're meant to believe that the sun's doing this the whole time.
Yeah. Obvious as shit that it's not going to be him.
It's not going to be him, and it was the Ditto as the fucking sun the whole time.
Yeah. It turns out that it was actually the main guy that was trying to he created Rhyme City to try and bring people together, or people and Pokemon together.
What he literally
we did not know how literal he meant that.
Yeah, he meant that. They didn't say what he had, but clearly he was losing his motor skills. I mean, he lost his legs and he was bound to.
He was becoming a Stephen Hawking.
Yep. I wonder if he had. I don't know if we can say that. That's kind of messed up, man. Jeez.
He's dead. I don't think I can offend him.
But his legacy lives on. Even if his black hole theory was preposterous. Go on, carry on.
Okay, what the fuck ever. But yeah, apparently he's just trying to. He created that whole R chemical to make Pokemon go frenzy status, so that
My
way
Chemical
you
Romance,
can,
I agree.
So that way you can actually merge people into Pokemon bodies. I guess he thinks that's the next logical step of evolution. Is mankind's not gonna get better. You may as well just take over Pokemon.
I mean, put my mind in a Charizard. I'm square.
Put my mind in a Mewtwo, like what he did.
Yeah, but there's only one of them.
Yeah, I know.
That's not fair.
But yeah, they recapture Mewtwo. The whole reason he's asking the main character to go look for him because his dad was a detective. He asked that detective. I forgot what he told him.
Also, do you recognize the guy in the that was apparently the head detective or something like that Tim met? Godzilla, bro.
Oh yes.
And this was a part of Toho.
Yes,
yeah, this was a part of Toho stuff too.
And he had that grumpy ass Pokemon. I don't know what the hell the name of it is, but it's the one.
Snowball or something like that.
Snargle.
I'm once again I'm blanking.
Snowball.
Off topic. They did Instagram. Justin Roiland posted a picture of two dogs that looked like Snowball. So people are thinking he's coming back in the next season.
Oh, that'd be great.
I mean, he's a part of my favorite episode ever, so that's awesome. I'll take that.
I forgot what he said his dad he hired him to go do. Regardless, what he actually told him to go do was find Mewtwo, and then, most fucking detective stories that happen is we need you to go do something. Oh, it turns out that the person that hired me is up to no fucking good. Surprise, surprise.
The head detective told Tim to go find him?
No, I'm talking about like the owner of the whole company.
CNM?
Yeah, CNM.
Oh, he told him that he had hired Harry to go find the source of the battle arenas or whatever because his son was using them. He was basically telling his story but blaming it on someone else.
But yeah. Well, anyways, I think they had Harry go do something so that way I guess Mewtwo would go find them and present himself and be like, "Hey, I'm not actually evil. I saved your dad and shit." And then it's like Magnetons or what the fuck ever. I don't remember. They look like the magnet Pokemons. I didn't really get a good enough look.
The one that were doing the beatboxing?
No, not those things. Not those things. That was pretty cool, though. I like that.
Boom, boom, boom.
But yeah, they capture Mewtwo, bring him back. He gives him that R chemical. And then
I didn't even think about that. Those were Pokemon.
He puts on a little helmet thingy. I think they were Pokemon.
I thought they were just devices. I didn't even think for a second.
Yeah, so they were like Magnemites or whatever.
Wow.
Puts his consciousness into Mewtwo and then just starts literally, I guess, with just the power of Mewtwo. Oh, they were having like a Pokemon like parade. All those floats had R-gas in them.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you got to be able to...
So he merges the entire fucking city with like every owner and their Pokemon. I don't know why.
Because he thinks this is the way the world should be.
He does it against everyone's will.
Most like most crazy people do. Like most dictators would do.
I know, but it still just felt like, well, we just went way left field with this. It's fine, though.
And they had some dark moments, like when they were doing the whole horror scene with the Greninjas coming out of the fucking... I was like, man, this is kind of spooky. This is PG movie. It's making me a little...
I'd say the beginning is like probably the darkest thing. Also, just like
Mewtwo coming out and all that, yep.
Just like how the original Pokemon movie was.
What made us seem like it was murder.
Yeah. Well, I think...
that would
his
be, I guess,
original
that
motivation
moment.
in the original movies, like, I think he just became sad because, like, those other clone Pokemon were with him in those tanks, and a girl that was, like, the original, like, the guy that's trying to clone Mewtwo, I think he's doing it just so that way he can, like, create his lost daughter.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I guess when she died, like, he just lost it. It was, like, the only person that he was ever, like, truly attached to, and, like, obviously just working on him and stuff.
And why you got to bring up fucking Ash crying with Pikachu, or Pikachu crying
with Ash? That was the dumbest
dude.
shit ever. I mean, as a kid, of course, I loved it, but like in hindsight, when you're watching it now, it's just like, wow, it's cheesy. You have a blast from a Mew and a Mewtwo, and this one kid runs in the middle, and it only turns into stone. Get the fuck out of here. And then tears are the reason why that was undone. Pokemon tears.
Steven, I don't know if I can continue this podcast.
That's okay. We can move on to Justice League.
That's fine. But before we move on to Justice League...
They had like the 3 creation Pokemon in there, like statues, so I guess they're aware of Arceus being God.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty cool.
Why is there not a Church of Arceus anywhere?
There probably is. They just didn't focus on it. You got to remember, Pokemon is the devil. You know what else isn't the devil?
Alakazam's head is literally a pentagram.
Yeah. And he also has the ability to wipe out everybody, but they don't focus on that.
No, because...
His has 10,000 IQ?
It's like 9,000 or something.
Oh, my bad.
It's insane.
I gave him an extra thou.
It's insane.
God forbid.
But he relies on people to tell him what to do. He needs someone to hold his hand when he crosses the street.
We will return to your scheduled programming shortly, or we are currently experiencing technical difficulties.
We's back. Yous guys.
All right, so continuing where we left off, where I believe it was... Sorry, Vader. Seriously gave Wonder Woman control.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, that's what it was. But it turns out it's the illusion of control.
Mm-hmm.
Still madly overpowered because Zatanna's freaking out because it was just like with a simple flick of her wrist and a gesture, she opens up a portal to Nanda Parbat. Nanda Parbat. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Let's call it Parbat.
I'm going to call it Nanda.
Wherever Ramakrishna is. There we go.
Ramakrishna.
Rama. I like the name. Yep. Okay. We do this out of respect. Just go ahead and say that now. Nothing wrong.
But yeah, they end up going there. Mandatal Dawn's just wrecking the place.
Dude, from the jump.
Yep. I like that panel though when they actually teleport there because you can see them landing on like a little lower cliff or something, and you see the whole city above just on fire, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. Man, I mean, she's coming there from that last issue and coming in like that and just laying waste. And there's a little part of Dawn. They have this little bit that she's
screaming on the inside, trying to shout out every command that she can to break will, but it's just
she can't.
futile.
It is just pointless, man. Oh, so much death, and that's the thing too, is that it brought some light on Boston.
Boston Briggs.
Brand. Boston Brand. Remember, you thought it was Briggs, and then you ended up finishing the issue and it was Brand. Remember?
I have it in my notes somewhere.
So pull them notes out, big guy. Boston Brand. Either way, Dead Man.
Bear with me.
It's Dead Man. But you get to see that he's from that. And I thought that was cool. Like, Rama was the reason that he has a second chance. I'm not overly familiar with the character because I've never cared for the character, so that's not something that I'm was going deep into. I know he's always been in a relationship with John Constantine. I've always liked him.
I didn't write it down.
It's Brand. I'm pretty positive. It's not. We got it on the screen. We got somebody in the comments. Preferably not you, Skull Kid, because that. Until you do what you need to do, there's going to be ill intent from me.
Use that goddamn certificate.
Go now, man. We can't do anything, dude. You're ruining everybody's fun. God. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. Still love you, Drew. Okay? Kinda. I don't know. I'll think about it.
All right. Yeah, it's like, I think right when Manitou Dawn shows up with all the monks and stuff, she's about to wipe them out. I believe Ramakrishna appears, right?
She had her last spirits because she killed the people and then their spirits came out of them.
Yeah.
But that absolutely did nothing as well. And then that brought the manifestation of yours truly.
I forgot. Yeah, the dead men tried to possess Manitou.
Mm-hmm.
That was a pretty creepy panel.
And it was cool because it shows the fingers coming out of the face, ripping that out, and of course,
as shit.
Once again, futile.
Because she's just get out of me.
Yep.
And then that's when Ramakrishna appears, and she's like, "Why do you do this, my child?
Why do you fight against me?" That was cool, man. And they keep showing. Man, sorry, there's a lot, guys. I'm still processing most of the witching hour.
We got 3 issues.
We got 3 issues, and I'm not worried about jumping forward. That's what we do anyway, so we'll be saying stuff out of order. It's what we fucking do.
It's what you're used to.
But showing that, and then you also show that we keep getting a little bit more of the three-godded witch in this, too. And we actually get her backstory in the second.
Hecate? Hecate?
Hecate.
Hecate?
Hecate! Oi. I don't know. But we get to see her and what her creation story was. I thought that was cool.
Skipping ahead.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter.
I think it was slightly revealed in this issue. They talk about
slightly
it twice.
revealed. They gave her creation, dog.
They talk about it twice.
What are you talking about? They gave her creation in this one.
Well,
or where she came, her story. It gave her story, and I thought that was cool. But then we had a little face-off because we have...
Yeah, so we had 2 actual gods duking it out.
Because going into that, we have what we said before, Cersei actually giving what we thought a semblance of fucking...
at least the illusion of control.
Yeah, an illusion of control for Wonder Woman. And, of course, they are able to show up because, once again, they have these fucking doorways. That magical fucking doorway that appeared up out of nowhere.
Are you talking about, when they go through and... Cersei's the one that summoned them there?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's...
that was going... I'm messing on the last issue? Was that the last issue?
I think that was the last issue.
Either way, they came back to...
And what happened was,
they made it to
like,
Parbat,
hey, Ramakrishna, you need to get the hell out of here. We don't think we're going to win. She's like, but my monks. And so she possesses a bunch of monks. And then, they flee. It's a good line, because as soon as she starts possessing all the monks and leaving and shit, Constantine's just so I'm gonna guess that this whole city's structure's tied to her presence there. It's gonna start falling. It was one of the most cliche things that ever happens in anything.
And Mr. Gangster Swamp Thing's let me put this together. I will gather the green.
He resurrects a dead frozen forest beneath the city, but it doesn't. I mean, it was holding it together, but. Bitch doing what she does.
Kete was nah, fam.
I think this was the 4th. Yeah, because we already had Witchfire, Diana.
Witchfire,
Dawn. And so, this is Black Orchid. She's the 4th one.
But Black Orchid wasn't brought in until a little bit later.
This is as soon as he starts binding the city together and stuff, she's he's doing well, but it's futile because he should be sensing it right about now. Black Orchid, with her witch mark, is going towards the Parliament of Trees. She's still conscious underneath that. It's she wishes that she could compliment them on the beauty of how well they tend their garden. She knows that this is basically sacrilege that she's going to this place, but she has no control and starts burning it down.
That was a little bit after the. That's why they were separating. They were getting Rama and all of them out of there because Bobo couldn't be there.
Oh,
They wanted Bobo
you're right.
gone. He pulls out the
Momo
night
opens
sword.
up the door.
Yes, with the night sword.
I saw.
Yeah.
I said Momo. Bobo.
Bobo with the night sword.
Not Momo Yayorozu.
So they're like, "Oh, you're the Night Master." He's like, "Fucking sure." I just have this sword, okay? And the other owner died, so I'm just here. So he gets this. They take Rama, who put herself into the spirits of those men. She puts herself into those monks, and they leave into the Oblivion
and
Bar.
Z tells Kirk to get the hell out of there, man bat.
Yeah.
It's like Diana will be mad if you get incinerated between their fights. Like not a good encouragement of my abilities, but I get it. He's been just shit on this whole series.
Comic relief, dude. He's nothing. He's a scientist, and then he's always too late with any of his facts.
He's a man bat.
He's a fucking man bat, dude. Well, they moved that off, and this leads us to what we think is the big battle of, Wonder Woman versus Hecate.
Yeah.
She's the one defending this because she has the witch mark, and of course, Hecate was there, like saying, "This is my power. That's not happening.
Yeah.
This is not happening."
She takes back control.
Mm-hmm. Awesome end of that issue, man. That was awesome.
Yeah, she turns around, just looks dope as shit.
Dude, I love the black coming from the eyes, man. It's
Wonder Woman, this whole series, like with her magical powers, just looks really fucking cool.
Yes, dude, because the witch mark on her head looks cool with the black and then the light skin.
It was the cover
next
for the
issue.
Wonder Woman. Yeah, it was so dope.
For Wonder Woman
It's
57.
just like her hair's all floating. It's got this black tears going all the way
It's
down.
the
It just
turned
looks
face.
so cool.
The turned face.
Nick, picture.
Dude, great picture. Seriously.
You get it wrong when I'm calling you out.
Calling you out. But before we finish that issue, I want to say
We just did.
we did. But when Bobo brought them they brought them back to the Oblivion Bar.
Yeah, Manitow Dawn chased them, I think.
Manitow Dawn was getting in there, and that's what brought back the Sisters of the Sleight of Hand.
Yes.
They were still in that Shadow Realm that they pulled, who they thought they saved Witchfire, but it is revealed next episode they did not. Yeah, they did not save Witchfire. And then she got taken over. So we get that into that issue, a little bit of like, why'd you bring it back to all the dead people? He's like, better here than actually being dead. I like how Bobo said that. He's like, I mean, be surrounded by dead people or be dead.
Yeah.
Your choice. Yeah, I'll be surrounded by dead people. It's fine.
I mean, they kind of already were anyway, because they're at Nanda Parbat.
That was just getting decimated. That was.
I'm just saying they're surrounded by dead men.
Oh, that's true. None of them are actually real. They're powered by Rama, given that second chance. That's a good point. All those dead bodies were possessed by a piece of. Wow, shit, that is deep. I didn't even think about that. Fuck
It's
Rama.
creepy.
Fuck Rama,
It's
dude.
eerie,
She's
isn't
dark.
it?
That's more man. Hecate for life.
I mean,
dude.
she is the bridge between life and death. Like, she just wants to guide the dead to their place, their resting place. She's not evil.
That's true. That's true.
But yeah, like, they had, like, Hecate in the middle of that city just throwing a blast and, like, Ramakrishna just blocking it. It just looks so damn
Man,
awesome.
Yes.
Like,
That was
I
in
think they
the-
said that there was, like, enough energy going on between this fight to, like, to create and destroy a universe. So how the hell anybody didn't just, like, just get blown the hell away?
And that was once again. I think that was Bobo that said that.
I think so, yeah.
So Man-Bat is literally fucking nothing for this series. Bobo's doing the little bit that someone with zero things can do. Like,
Actually, I mean, I think that might have been the only. I think that's the only issue for, like, that we're talking about that Man-Bat was even in.
no, he was in the other one because I thought I liked the design of him in the last issue, the finale.
Okay.
They did a turn thing. He's like, "What are we gonna do now?" kind of thing. And Man-Bat, I like the drawing of him. I was like,
Okay.
"Fuck, that was the best they've done of him." Because mostly he's been in the background, like kind of like worried, which is understandably so.
Yeah. With Wonder Woman turning, like, getting completely taken over, though, she wakes up on.
It's been called multiple things,
Witch
but the
Moon?
Witch Moon was
Yeah.
the first name, and it's been called something else.
It's not the real moon, because
It's a
apparently the
subconscious.
Justice League fucking blew that shit up last year. I guess. I didn't know that. I had to look that up. I was like, they blew up the moon? Why? Apparently, Vandal Savage, I guess, like, upped the moon's gravity, so it's just, like, literally ripping apart the Earth. And so it's like, well, let's blow it up. I don't know how it's been replaced.
Fuck
I
reality.
truly do not know. It's not like blowing up the moon. Like, it just could cause problems anyways. It's gonna be rampant, like, tidal waves and earthquakes and shit. Like,
All I'm saying is,
at least the Earth's not completely breaking apart, though.
Fire Nation gonna win. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, there's no eclipse now.
That's all I'm saying. What's good, Luna? What's good, Luna? But yeah, she's on the witch moon. She's like, what am I? She's in this little
Yeah,
pool with
Witchfire's
what?
there.
And Witchfire's there, talking and moving. And then you have Dawn and
Orchid.
and Orchid underneath with what looks like their eyes are still being possessed.
Yeah.
And Witchfire then explains that
I think that they were still somewhat conscious, though, weren't they?
they were breathing.
It's because, like, I think they were breathing,
But
but I
she
think that's
mentioned
because
she's
she
dead.
had the
Yep.
witch mark controlled. Wonder Woman wasn't dead yet.
No, not Wonder Woman. Witchfire was dead.
I think Wonder Woman, why she woke up on the moon. Yeah, Witchfire's dead.
Because she
woke up
wanted
on the
her
moon
blocked
because
out.
her mind, got completely locked out at that point because
Hecate said nope.
Full control.
Yep. She's like, nope, I don't. You're like, no mortal should. I mean, she's a demigod now, given with the whole Zeus
and
thing.
they talk about that. Yeah,
And
like
they do that.
because she's a demigod, she has like at least a slight chance of being able to like fight back.
Fight back and also hold more power than what? Because at that point, she has 2/5 of the power.
Yes.
Because Witchfire, now we know it was dead. So that was not just one power in her. That was 2/5 of Hecate's power. And Witchfire explains that she's dead. You're only in here because she didn't want you in there. So the other two people are still in their bodies with no control.
Yep. Black Orchid's being a bitch, destroying the parliament trees. Fuck you, hope you die.
Yeah. She succeeded in burning them, and I thought that was fucking tragic.
You're telling me, bro.
Well, it's tragic because, man, like, none of them have even used their voices for ages.
Yes.
And but Swamp Thing heard every fucking scream.
Yes, they're screaming in agony. Fucking bullshit.
I don't think they're dead. It's just a tethered line. It's just a tethered line. They're still there. The green is still there. Earth's still around.
It, bro.
Earth's still around. There is
bro.
plant life everywhere. I'm trying to deny it for your sake, dude. Because if this happens, we're probably not going to finish this Dark Justice League Dark. So
I'm accepting it. I'm just not happy. This better mean we're going to get a fucking Swamp Thing series where he brings them back or some shit. Or he's just going to have to bury his... Or he's just going to dig his roots and become like the only fucking tree in the parliament now.
Well, even after this, we still have like 7 or 8 issues.
Don't you do it.
We still have 7 or 8 issues of Justice League Dark. So
6.
6. This goes to...
I think we're
at 12, so we have...
There's 12?
There's 12
I thought
total.
there was only 10, okay.
But that's cut off, so that's breaking. And, I actually like Black Orchid. I want to see more. I like the design.
Black Orchid is fucking dope.
Yes, I mean, the fact that she's a part of the green and the red, I was like, man, if she fights for both, that's fucking kind of cool.
But she's not as powerful.
Yep.
Only with the Witch Mark she's able to resist because Swamp Thing is like literally trying to reach out to her plant-like veins, which apparently she has, and he's literally gonna kill that bitch.
Yep.
He's gonna make her like blossom flowers out of her veins and then be covered in blood. But he couldn't. They won't listen. They won't listen.
I can see the anger in your eyes, Stephen. Woo! And she only stood a chance because she like had Hecate's
because she
power.
had the Witch Mark.
Because as soon as that was taken out, they did have that. I thought that
She's
was
like, you're hurting me.
Yeah, you're hurting me.
Like, yeah, bitch, you fucking killed the parliament.
You don't know what you did. She's like, I didn't want to do it, but you did it.
Yeah, it's fucking heartbreaking. I feel bad for her too.
Yeah.
I mean, her design's awesome. I've never really.
I didn't even know about her.
I've only the
I've
only
heard
reason
the name. I didn't know anything about the character.
The only reason I even knew about her was because when I was at a comic shop, the one that will not be named because fuck those people.
We're going.
They had different posters like signed by certain artists and stuff, and I always saw Black Orchid. I thought she looked looked dope, and I was like, "Who's that?" And they said Black Orchid. I was like, "Okay, what's she from?" DC character. They're assholes. They wouldn't talk to me.
Yeah, they're not very.
That's all I
knew.
knew.
It's like they hate you for being a nerd, but they work at a comic book shop. I'm like, do you not want to have a conversation about this shit?
Yeah, they're truly gatekeepers.
Yes, it's that place is so annoying.
And sexist.
Place is so annoying. I don't know if it's gotten better, but I doubt it.
I doubt it.
Yeah. Unless you're into Warhammer, the place is a joke.
I disliked them the moment that one asshole, like, we just asked a question. Like, you were just wanting to know, like, when the regular show comic books come out. He's like, I don't know. I don't watch that shit. I'm like, real professional, douchebag. Also, that dude talked for like 15 minutes about how hot his cousin was. He's a fucking weirdo.
That's pretty fucking weird.
Yeah.
That's pretty weird.
As I was looking at the stands, I heard him talking to people. I heard him like say sexy, beautiful, gorgeous, like 20 different times. I was like, this dude really wants to fuck his cousin.
He'd fit well in Game of Thrones, man.
Yes.
That's nothing. Cousin? Shit, get up in there, man. We're over here doing brothers and aunts and sisters and nephews. Woo!
Keeping the bloodline pure.
Pure as the dripping snow.
Jon Snow.
Jon Snow. Oh,
all right,
man.
back on topic.
Back on topic. But
Black Orchid, we need more stuff from her.
We need more. I'm blanking on the detail of what broke the bind. Was it?
I believe it's when they started doing the
consumed.
exorcism.
You're right. It's Constantine. There we go. Yep.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was.
Which big reveal on him?
Constantine talking was Yatana something like apparently he has hexes and spells like all over his clothing, but
cool.
they've done nothing. And he's like, "Give me one moment." Coughs up blood.
Apparently, that bout with Upside
He's like,
Down.
I don't know if
man.
it was the demon blood that was holding it back, or Upside Down left me a little surprised.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably A little bit of both.
It probably. I don't know if because he's a chain smoker.
It's also, I was going to say, maybe
He's
it's
a
just the
chain
fact that he just chain smokes cigarettes like nobody's
That's why
goddamn
that
business.
That's why that demon bloodline made me think that like that actually suppresses some sort of like human disease
Probably.
because he doesn't have demon blood anymore.
Yeah.
So that poor Constantine's just a normal
Yeah,
dude.
at this moment, too, though, they said they feel the laws of magic being rewritten underneath their feet, and
That's true.
Wonder Woman's simply the pin out there.
Bro, for a second when they started talking about Exorcist, I thought they were talking about summoning Etrigan. I was like, oh.
They showed Etrigan
They
for
did.
a moment. They showed
getting
him in,
fucking torn apart from the inside out, and Solomon Grundy's too fucking stupid to realize that he's not getting attacked
both
by a
of them
person.
are just confused. I mean,
Yeah, but at least they're not. They're like, why? What's happening? Solomon Grundy's just dumb, and he's like looking for someone to fight.
Grundy.
He doesn't realize that he's not under attack by a person. You know.
I'm surprised at how freakishly strong he can be.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, he's like. Sometimes it seems like they make him like capable of like rivaling the Hulk, which is just like
You
what
would think.
the fuck.
Yeah, there's moments, and then all of a sudden he gets knocked out with like something so small.
He
It's
got
like, okay.
hit in the solar plexus by Batman. He's out cold.
And he's out cold. It was at the perfect spot, that pressure point, because Batman is fucking Batman.
Batman has knocked out Hulk by that exact phrase. Like they said, hit him in the solar plexus and gave him some like gas, and he.
Oh wow, he's beating up Marvel characters now, Steven?
That's happened. That's actually happened.
Canon.
I mean, Captain America knocked out the Hulk by kicking him in the balls one time.
That's Cap, bro. He can bench press 1,000 pounds.
Batman can do the same.
Oh my God, no, he can't. Not naturally, with a suit. Not a
No,
suit.
no.
Humans can't do that. I don't care if they box you.
You need to rewatch that death battle, bro.
Oh my God,
Because they showed that, like, I think Captain America is able of bench pressing like 800 pounds, and they showed like Batman straight up doing like 8,000, and he doesn't have a fucking super soldier serum.
It's 1,200, but whatever. I just wanted to deny you. I'm so mad right now. Let's go, Steven. Let's talk about what we need to talk about. I'm so fucking pissed. But that reveal on the witch's moon,
But I can't even remember like
because they did the Exorcist, and that's what brought her
how
out.
did they get the idea to do the exorcism? I really can't remember.
They were talking about it. She said that you're more. She said she keeps trying to tell John to come up with these plans because he's like, "Woe is
Like,
me,
you're the person
woe
that
is
does it.
fucking
Yeah,
me."
he's-
Yeah.
yeah.
He's like, "I got a little plan for an exorcist," and he's like, "Oh shit!" He realized that he didn't. They didn't say exactly, but he had the realization when she brought that up.
He's like, well, it's our best chance.
He's like, "Man, you're right." So of course, Zatanna approached her and tried to get a little bit of that, like,
yeah, they do the cliche things like, I know there's a piece of Diana inside of you.
But that's not what got
You
it.
got to reach out and listen to me.
That's not what got it, and that's what was cool.
I know.
Is that it showed 3 different scenes. It went to the 3 active people: Wonder Woman, Maritown Dawn, and then Manitow Dawn, and Black Orchid.
Yes.
All 3 were getting wrapped. Swamp Thing wrapped them.
Yeah.
The
Manitow
sleight of
Dawn
the
being,
hand.
Yeah, captured by
wrapped.
the sleight of hand
Yep.
that popped back up in the Oblivion Bar. Apparently, they went to the Shadow Realm when they escaped Witchfire's
Yep.
like wrath.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess they brought back some of the shadows with them.
Wrapped
and
them
they were
up.
like, I hope it hurts like hell.
Yep, wrapped them up, and then Constantine put the exorcist spell. He's like, it's such a simple spell.
But it's amplified because they're on like a source of like magical like plane. Like,
Everything is coming. Everything is coming out.
I did like how he said that. He's like the simplest spells can be the most effective because it got souped up.
Doctor
because of
Strange said that too,
location.
dog.
Yeah. What the fuck?
In
ever,
Infinity War?
man. Whatever.
I mean, I'm just saying.
He's a bitch.
He's like, it's simple, but it works.
Yeah.
He's a
Oh, yeah, I
bitch.
forgot
Okay,
he did
foist
say that.
off.
Foist off, fuck.
Fuck the bitches. But they have that exorcist happens, and of course that brings it down. And Wonder Woman on the witch's moon fucking was freaking out. I mean,
She's like,
she
"What the hell
felt
just
every
happened?"
single power because those 2 for 1 second went all into her. So now she's at 4/5 the power of Hecate. God damn.
More power than any god has ever wielded while walking on Earth.
Yeah, no one.
Not just saying the most powerful god to ever exist.
No,
But the
more
most powerful one to ever walk on Earth.
the walk on Earth in
Because
our
I still don't
reality.
know if necessarily she'd be able to like. Would she be able to fuck with Darkseid?
Well, Darkseid can't walk in our reality, so
That's the thing.
that's the
I kept
deciding.
thinking that too. I was like, more powerful than Darkseid. Then again, he can't step on Earth where everything ends.
Yeah, that is always the deciding
True
factor.
Darkseid.
Yeah, true Darkseid. It's like, but all of that goes into that, and there's a screaming. Witchfire's like, what the fuck? She's freaking out. And then Dawn and Black Orchid disappear.
Mm-hmm.
So that means they're alive, because Diane, that was her first thing, was like, oh my God, I felt every single bit of that. And then they had that reveal at the end of that issue. Wonder Woman, I think you just died.
Yeah.
Dude, that blew me.
Yeah,
I was like, damn,
oh,
Wonder Woman just
shit.
died. I was like, that's crazy. That much power. It literally killed Wonder Woman.
Mm-hmm.
She's dead. She's like, well, that's why you're here. That's why I'm here. We're dead. She's like, oh, snap, y'all. That's what my first thing was like, damn, dude, that was harsh.
Mm-hmm. That was pretty crazy thing to happen. I was like, oh shit, they just killed WW.
Yep. So now we have a 4/5 full Hecate coming out, just fucking shit up, man. Would you like to? I'm really mad I didn't bring my drink in here. I drank my other one and didn't bring my water. Let me get a Powerade, dude. We friends out here, though, man.
Now on to the finale.
That's all spit. That is 100% spit.
I backwash like crazy.
That is, and it's blue. That's gross. He only drinks water, so I'm really concerned here.
That's mostly Listerine.
I feel a little tipsy. You got to make sure we beat the shakes. You know what I mean? We got to make sure.
Drink about just a capful.
Just a capful, man.
I love that.
That was the cruise episode, right? Yeah.
Because there's no booze allowed on the ship.
Sorry, we jumped always
dressed
sunny
in
again.
parkas and shit.
Yes. Oh man, that's great.
We go off and talk about Always Sunny like every other episode.
It's not that much, but it's like every so often everyone's like, what the fuck are they talking about? Oh, Always Sunny. Well, if you don't watch it, you missed it. If you do watch it, you might get a chuckle just for remembering that.
If you're not watching, you need to fucking watch it.
Yeah. It's good, man. It's dark and it's funny. It's pretty well written most time.
Dark, like how the fucking Parliament of Trees is now the Parliament of Flowers.
Yeah, and fucking Hecate has the greatest special she could ever ask for.
So, yeah. Now, she's taken over nature again, just like what I went back with, like what I was first mentioning, what I think this might be a metaphor for. And now she's like talking about how the world would now truly feel like the wrath of nature. Yeah, Swamp Thing was trying to talk to him, but he has no connection to the green at that point.
But they're not dead, Steven. Hold out hope. They're not dead. He would disappear if everything was gone. If his powers were gone, he would still be good.
But the Parliament of Trees is all fucking dead.
I know.
He has no guidance anymore. He has no guidance.
I know it. Doesn't it suck when something like that?
Fuck off. I know.
Don't. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine, Steven. We don't have to go into it. It just sucks. It sucks. You're watching your favorite thing, and they do something, just like that one little thing. You're like, man, I'm glad this is still so great. You're lucky this is still so great. But carry on. Okay, we have homegirl Wonder Woman.
Yep.
We'll call her Wonder Woman Wonder since she is not actually Wonder Woman anymore.
Let's call her Diana. Everyone else in the series calls her
like,
Diana.
Diana, please stop destroying things. That's not Diana anymore. That's the witch marked fucking. That's whoo.
I forgot. So since
but then she was trying to swim in the bottom. Remember?
Yeah, Wonder Woman's because she's like, this is all a metaphor. It's like, well, I'd rather like try something than do nothing. Witchfire's just kind of like, well, maybe shit needs to happen.
Yep. Because Witchfire also
Witchfire
revealed that
fucking sucks.
Yeah, she sold her soul to the devil.
Yeah,
she literally said that. It's 17 or 16.
17.
17.
So it's like it's either this or
Hell. Yeah, she's like, and I like the view.
Yeah.
I get it.
It's pretty beautiful.
Yeah, I mean,
I did not know that there was like some sort of fucking liquid on the moon, but I guess there is.
Well, if that's even a real thing,
yeah,
because the next time they called it that, they said it was called like the layer of subconscious or some shit.
Yeah.
So that could just be a mind. That is just a mind, like her mind there. Like she's
it's a
gone.
metaphor or something. Yep. Regardless, she starts swimming for either possibly hours, days, or
convincing herself that she doesn't need to breathe. Yeah. Convincing herself that she's not tired because it's not real.
Is actually real, but I guess she still feels like her lungs are gonna pop.
Especially when she got to the bottom.
She's still getting tired.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just keeps swimming and swimming until she reaches the bottom. Seems hopeless as hell, and then she gets pulled through this like barrier. And who the fuck
By
is it?
A woman she didn't recognize.
It's Hecate.
The mother, the maiden.
The maiden and the mother, which I love the fact that they kept going on with that whole thing. And then like,
because she is the three goddesses.
Yeah,
remember that.
So meanwhile, while she's like swimming for her however long, Hecate is now replacing Nanda Parbat with like her own little necropolis, so that way she can still have like her little. I guess she still controls life and death now.
Yeah, no, now she does.
Well, yeah,
like
now,
that's
two
of the gods.
At that moment,
yeah,
she did, and then
Good
it's
Lord.
like ultra psychopomp or something. Shit,
and
I have it written here, ultra psychopomp or psychopamp. Some weird ass name.
You talking about the wolf dude? The Grim
He's
Reaper?
like he looked like somewhat like Trigon with his like multiple eyes. And
was that
like wings
with the scythe?
Yes.
Oh yeah, it kind of looked like a wolf to me.
Yeah, he's now I guess a judge, and he's gonna like banish Constantine and Zatanna, but I guess shit happened just in time, so that way it didn't happen.
Well, and they said that once she gets control of the sphere of the gods, it's
yes, that was the whole
over.
thing. Like she already knocked down 2 pillars.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the one thing. I guess the sphere of the gods is like the power of like every god that's ever been even imagined, I believe. Like the source of all their power.
And it's not something someone should be able to wield.
No.
Well, that's cool, and that's what that reveal was with Wonder Woman and Hecate, is that we finally got her story. She's like, let me tell you my story.
Yes.
So you can get a better understanding of why things are the way they are.
So apparently, yet again, comic books love to do this. Before there was anything, before the beginning of time, magic just kind of ran rampant. It was, I think, still like somewhat chaotic and shit. But then eventually it gave.
Well, there was her, and then the upside down
it gave
man.
form to her, and then underneath her, she noticed the upside down man, who was like her opposite.
In every
That's why he's upside down, bitches.
Yeah.
And
that was a little like, man, but I still like him.
I liked it. I dug it. But she, I guess, like feared him, and then I created like a barrier and locked him away. And
yeah, she said she didn't want him in her beautiful world.
Yeah,
she's like, I'm not doing this. No.
So she saw the birth of mankind and shit, and then I guess
she's like, I'm gonna go watch
decided
them.
to like walk amongst them and stuff, and they honestly just
they worship her.
She like surprised them with like little magic tricks and shit, just simple stuff that like not melt their fucking eyes out of their skull.
Yep, and every
like, oh my god.
Yep, and every pantheon would be like, oh, it's some way that she's a part of their religion, their story of creation in some sort of way, but she's a subsidiary to that.
She was amused by it.
And she was amused. She's like, I'm not gonna tell them otherwise. Whatever.
And eventually, I don't know why, but she decided to go with the Greek pantheon. Pantheon.
Mary fucking Hades.
Yeah, married Hades. And then
the Lord of the Underworld.
Then we go back to the thing that we talked about in the previous episode where mankind wanted all of her power, and they used the shit that they observed her doing to like
they fucking
try and sever her
her
powers and stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
they imprisoned her. She was locked up for a decent amount of time.
And then, of course, that's when the Greek gods were like, we're done with you now.
She married Hades.
I found a new wife.
Comes on, it's like finds her, like captures. Like, I'm not gonna do shit to save you.
Oh, and
I married this bitch called Persephone.
Yeah, and also I got a new wife. Bye.
So that fucking.
But of
destroyed
course,
her.
that drove her mad because she's the mother of the maiden, and that's what turned her into the crone.
Yes. Oh yeah, I forgot. At first she was the maiden, and then I think when she went on Earth and became like a part of the pantheon stuff, that's when she took on the idea of like the mother, and then so she shed those as soon as she started screaming because everyone like betrayed her. And yeah, the crone.
And after that, they felt their wrath. She's like,
so
I will
that's
break
when she
up
did
my
her whole
parts.
thing. She's like, I'm going to split myself into five, so that way you little motherfuckers can't try this shit again.
Yeah, put them into somebody that
she put them in 5 different women that she thought like they had like the qualities of her when she was a maiden. Wonder Woman obviously being one of the best ones that you could ever choose because she's just amazing.
Yeah, of course.
As like a person.
And some of them, she knew that they were to die, they would be reincarnated.
Yeah, well, she always choose like a different person because you can't just let it just be gone.
Yeah, no, of course not.
So yeah, those 3 doors open in like the bar, the necropolis, and the parliament. The fucking ashes of the parliament. And summons them back to where Cersei is in the Justice League Dark basement.
And they still try to get her to go there, but she's like, I can't use my powers,
like,
guys.
The only thing that you guys can do this to stop this now is like, if you kill Wonder Woman the right way, it will release like basically an atomic bomb of magical energy. I think that's the only way to actually kill her.
And then I can't remember, someone questioned her, and they're like, I mean, I'm just telling you the only way we can do it, Cersei. She was like, I'm telling you the only way that we can.
Yeah.
Like, there is no other way to stop this threat.
So she needs the sphere of the gods. Wonder Woman's walking up.
Well, they're talking about bringing out the other. They think opening the other side. Remember?
They talked about that?
Yeah, they were saying opening that would be able to beat her.
I thought they just said, like, you gotta kill Wonder Woman and that'll release the energy that will kill Hecate. Maybe not.
Maybe not. I know they were talking about bringing her, but they said they talked about bringing Wonder Woman, and then they used the other side. That was the big thing.
Whereas they're talking about, like, there's like thousands of doors apparently all over the world that go to the sphere of the gods. Bobo mentioned that, and Cersei's like, well, where do you think that she's most likely gonna go? Apparently she's climbing Mount Olympus. I like that panel too, because like you see like a trail of flowers like following her as she's walking. I assume that's because she took over like the parliament. Yeah. Fuck you.
Continue, please.
Yeah,
Sorry.
reality's quaking as she's walking up this mountain. Opens up a portal with ease because that's what she does. But it's a good thing for the Pantheon that they have not been on Mount Olympus in years because they would have been waxed.
Yeah, she came in and did what she's been doing for most of this series.
Yeah.
Once again, she has that moment of Wonder Woman, full four-fifths. Zatanna and all them finally gather together, and it's like Diana comes to remember. She's like, guys, wait,
Yes,
this
because
isn't
of
the fight we
maiden
can
and
win.
the mother, yeah, they
Yep.
help her gain back control.
That was right after that conversation with the actual Hecate, the good side, the maiden, the mother. They touched her forehead Avatar style. Anytime I see that and there's beams of light, I'm like, fucking Avatar, let's do this. Yeah, boy. And she came down. She's like, there's only one way. She's like, Hecate, let me talk to you. And she's like, what are you not? Get back under my spell.
Give me back my control.
Give me back my control. She's like, please, let me speak to you before I kill you. And of course,
said, bitch, please.
Bitch, exactly. She's like, bitch, this is already set in motion. I'm going to destroy the world. And then, of course, she tells Zatanna to use her magic. That's where
Zatanna's like, I can't or also summon them. She's like, yeah, that's kind of the point.
do it. And then it had like a blank. It just showed the mouth of Zatanna, didn't say anything. And then the next panel was open the door, but obviously backwards.
I don't know how to say shit backwards.
Not even going to try it. Not even going to try it. And nipple. Yep. All right.
Rude.
Roared.
Open the nipple. It.
Rude. Zatanna Zatara, everybody. Zatanna Zatara. Let's go.
Yeah, brings open. She's like, what did you summon?
Yeah, and of course it has Hecate like this, like, what have you done? And then a voice off screen saying,
I remember you.
This power from a long time ago. Yeah.
I could taste it
I
already.
can taste it already. And none other than the Upside Down Man.
Hecate is doing her best to, like, fight back, but it is fruitless.
It's too much. Yeah.
And they just drag her back.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I was kind of confused about is, like, so they opened up the door. Why the hell didn't Upside Down Man just stay there?
Because I'm assuming that it was tied in with the that power. Like, the main focus of that power was right here. Because we have Diana felt the witch's queen agony race through her body as she ushered her allies back
I
to
forgot.
Earth.
Wonder Woman with the last bit of magic
With the
closed
final
door.
piece, she closed the gates to her gods for the last time, sealing it with all her might until the last drop of magic flowed from her body. So
Okay.
all 4/5 of the power, boom, gone.
Now they're all in the last remaining fifth that we never saw. Who the fuck could that be? Besides Circe.
Surprise, surprise! She was they were all little pawns in her story. She
Who
fucking
the fuck
from
didn't
the
see
jump,
that coming?
From the jump, Cersei's like, God, they fell for it, hook, line, and motherfucking sinker, y'all. Like and I was actually part of me for the series. I was like, oh man, Cersei's gonna be good. Hell yeah, man. You know what I mean? Like, and then of course we have. The laughter started quiet like a rumbling thunder. The plan had worked better than she had ever imagined. And, man, dope. Just dope.
Yeah.
I'm excited. So that's going to be...
Businesswoman Circe just about to kick ass.
Just about to kick ass. So that's the villain leading into this. I assume she's going to be the remaining villain for the...
we assume. We'll
because
find
this
out.
is stronger than anything this is equivalent to what they've been fighting now, if not more.
I still say,
Because
like...
it's full strength. Hecate's not been full strength. Now she is.
But this is still, like, just underneath the threat of what the fuck is happening in Justice League Odyssey.
Yup. Facts.
This would be the most epic shit I was reading if I wasn't reading Justice League Odyssey.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Now, we haven't talked about that in a little bit.
But with that said, now that we finished the Witching Hour, we're going to branch off from Justice League Dark for just a little bit and get back to our original comics. So I'm assuming next
We'll
week...
probably covering, like, at least one issue from, like, a couple different series again.
Couple issues.
So that way we
issues,
can catch up.
and not be too jam-packed with 3 issues of fucking segment.
We either do that or we'll just try and, like, finish off some of these storylines so that way we can just focus on them.
Mm-hmm. I say for at least next week, let's go back to our other ones.
We'll wait for Fatness to make his decision.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I feel like we should do at least Justice League Odyssey and Thor. Or, well, we should do Heroes. Oh, no, we'll save Heroes, unfortunately, until the last issue comes out. Apparently this... Woo! I haven't read the newest issue, but both
It
Nick
is a
and
hot sack of shit.
Yeah, Nick and Steven do not like it, so I'm not looking forward to that. Not a big fan of this series anyways, Heroes in Crisis.
No,
So-
it was barely tolerable. Now it's just terrible.
Yeah, now it has that. So I believe next week we'll probably go to Justice League Odyssey. Love that. Personal favorite right now.
Get to hear another raging rant.
I hope I hate it just as much as they do. I believe I will. We've been pretty on par with the comics so far.
Yeah.
Movies and stuff, TV shows, we've been a little off, but comics, we've been pretty on par so far. And then probably go back to Martian Manhunter. Also still a great series so far.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that we can review more adult things.
More adult things.
Action XX.
It's coming into you live after hours. That's
Omega
our
level dark.
Dude, yes, Friday.
Level after dark.
Friday, 2:00 in the morning. Join us. Omega level dark. Skin a smack. We can't use Cinemax because that's
Smack,
taken.
smack, sugar, smack.
Smack, sugar, smack. Whew.
All right.
Thanks for listening, guys. Thanks for listening, ladies. Thanks for listening, non-binary people. Dog, we still out
I
here.
miss you guys already.
I miss you already. Stay tuned for next week. Love you.